Right. As I indicated, my name is Dr. Sari. I'm a lecturer and a professor in some universities, in multiple universities in the UK, in South Africa, as well as in Ghana. It's my pleasure to have you. I'm a professor of artificial intelligence, data analytics, machine learning, cloud computing, and robotic engineering. It's a pleasure to have all of you here, and you're going to enjoy the program that we have. Gotbackup is a name that is trending all across the world. We want to know what this is and why you are here. Why are you here? You are here to turn your dreams into reality. That is a goal. You are here to turn your dreams into reality. Gotbackup is an organization that began as a global virtual opportunities in the United States. It started there, and a plugged this up in 1997. It then moved to San Antonio, Canada, to a 10,000 square feet there. And today it is changing the entire world of data. Data is oil. Artificial intelligence is a new electricity in the world. Many people are aware of this and many people know this. But today you're going to see a big difference. There are two things happening right now, ladies and gentlemen, two things. Number one, 15 billion smartphones exist as I speak to you. 15 billion smartphones. Next year in 2025, 3 billion more smartphones will be added to the current one. And do you know why this is interesting? It is interesting because as smartphones are growing, data is growing. You see, there is no data. When I say data, I want to make that clear, please. Data is pictures, videos, files like documents, audios. I'm not talking about the internet data. They all use megabytes, gigabytes and terabytes, but we are talking about data files, not internet data. And data is growing significantly because of the growth of laptops, iPads, and mobile phones. And as they are growing, we need a space to store this data. You remember the days of diskettes? We used to store these things on diskettes. Then we moved to CD-ROM. Then we moved to DVD-ROM. And then we move now to pen drives and external hard drives. But you know that external hard drives can get vanished. It can move out of the world. It can get lost. People can get out of the external hard drive. And so what is happening is that we need a new way, and that is the cloud department. In 2024, the total number of billions of dollars generated, the revenue generated from the cloud department is $134 billion. By 2030, the number will go to $472 billion. You see, what this means is that there is going to be revenue generated from the cloud storage department in the world. And this is significant. And I'll be telling you why this is significant pretty soon. Number one, we know that everyone is using a mobile phone. Everyone. In fact, if you are here, you're obviously using a smartphone, a laptop, or an iPad, a tablet, something. And people are not just using it, they are addicted to the use of the mobile phone. Many people are addicted. Many people are so addicted, 88% of people will go back home if they should forget their phone at home. 74% of you will use your phone in the toilet. I will not ask you if you are one of them, but many of you will use your phone in the toilet. Yesterday, you looked on your phone screen 160 times. Today, you are going to look on your phone screen 160 times. People are addicted to the phone. People are using the phone for TV. They are using the phone for radio. They are using the phone for internet. They are using the phone for all sorts of things. People are using their phone to date. People are using their phone for alarm clocks. It is like children are married to their phone. Parents are married to their phone. Husbands and wives hardly talk among each other than they would with their phone. And that is significant. You see, that is why the top 10 billionaires of the world, 7 of them are into the technology world. Technology is changing the face of the world. Data is oil. Data is oil. And artificial intelligence is the new electricity in the world. It is predicted that AI supersedes electricity significant amount. And AI doesn't thrive unless there is data. And that is why what we are discussing is significant. 45% of cell phone users have damaged their phone and lost their data, just like that. Look on your phone screen. It is somehow having cracked scratches, or it is cracked. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. A laptop is stolen every 43 seconds. A phone is stolen every 43 seconds. And you know what happens when these things happen? The person will tell you, my problem is not even with the phone. My issue is with the data, the information. That is the first thing that is happening right now. Now, the second thing that is happening is that people are hungry to want to make something in addition to their traditional job. Ladies and gentlemen, have you observed that our traditional job, even though they are fantastic, it is not paying a lot of people the way they would have wished it pays them. If you work more than your boss, will you earn more than your boss? No, unless he's dead, but he's not dying this year. So what happens is that it's very important for you to have something. And many people are recognizing that they need to have a backup. In fact, many people are using their phone to generate income. Are you aware? So many people are using their mobile phone to generate revenue. You cannot have your mobile phone and not have income from the mobile phone. You need to have income coming from your phone. And this is significant. Look at some people who are using the phone. The juju people are on social media. They are using the social media. Politicians who used to reject Facebook and the internet are now using this same media to be able to campaign for their politics. People are using the internet, the social media, to do most of the things that we are talking about. And so everyone is on the internet. But you see, you don't have to go to the social media for going sake. You've got to generate revenue. Gotbackup will help you, the community will help you to be able to know how to benefit, but also how to give to the world using this facility. If you combine this, and I'll be showing you some of these things practically in the course of the discussion. So many people are recognizing the efficacy, the importance of using their phone, their laptops to generate revenue. Gotbackup combines these and help every single person to achieve significant benefits. It started officially in 2023 in April. And now as we speak, they are already in 140 countries in the world. 140 countries. 140 countries. This is significant, and I'll tell you why. Because Gotbackup has been around just almost a little over a year. And in that period of time, they are already in 140 countries in the world. You know why that is significant? Facebook could not even reach that number within the same time period. And so it is significant. The rate at which Gotbackup is rising is making a lot of people ask the question, what is it and why is it significant? I'm going to show some of you to you. Now, Gotbackup is just like Dropbox, Google Drive, WeTransfer, iDrive, OneDrive, iCloud. All of these are cloud departments, but Gotbackup provides more added value than these ones. And you'll be seeing that in the course of this discussion. Number one, if you look at iCloud, for example, if you want to have, iCloud will give you some 5 gigabytes free. Google Drive will give you some 15 gigabytes free. But beyond that, you have to pay. Now, if you are going for 6 terabytes and 6 users, you will pay $360. Watch that carefully. 6 terabytes, 6 users, you will pay a whooping $360. But with Gotbackup on the right side, you will only pay $99.97 a whole year. Still with 6 terabytes and 6 users. If you are going for Google Drive, most of you using Android, you are using Google Drive. If you go for Google Drive, you will pay $216 for 1 user for 5 terabytes, 1 user. It means that if you're going for 2 or more users, you will have to double and quadruple that number. And yet, Gotbackup allows you to pay only $99.97 a whole year, not for 1 user, but 6 users and 6 terabytes. And so the price is unbeatable. The value is significant. And you're going to see that there's even more to this than could be imagined. Let's take, for example, iCloud. Are you aware that iCloud allows you to use it only when you are using an iPhone? So it means that when you are not using an iPhone and you are using an Android phone, it is impossible to use the iCloud on it. Well, you may use it some way, somehow, but it is not effectively allowing you to be able to use that. Now, this is important because it means that if you have both an iPhone and an Android phone, iCloud will not allow you to back up the Android facility. But Gotbackup will allow you to have it on both an iPhone and an Android phone and back up both of them anytime you want to back up. I'll show you an example of what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, this phone I'm having is an Android phone. And when I go to this phone right now, okay, on the phone, I have something that is known as Gotbackup. You will see that Gotbackup is just one of the apps that I have right here. Okay. You see that right here. That is Gotbackup. Okay. Now, those of you on the video, if you can please turn off your video for me, that would be great. Okay. So this is Gotbackup. Now, if I click on this Gotbackup, what is going to happen is that I will be able to have access to all my data. So if you click on it, you have access to everything on this phone. But not only everything on this phone, I will also have everything on my other phone. And I will have everything on my iPhone. Now remember, this is an Android phone. And I will also have everything on my laptop, my MacBook, everything. It doesn't matter the operating system, you will have everything on this. You know why this is important? If you lose this one, okay, and you lose the other phones, you lose all your laptops, you can now go and take any phone in the world, and you can get all your files, pictures, videos, documents, music, everything on someone else's phone. It doesn't matter the operating system. That is how powerful Gotbackup is. But there's more. iCloud uses a 256 military-grade encryption and security. You see, data encryption, data security, data optimization. All of these are very important when you are using cloud service. And the highest level of security is what Gotbackup uses. Google uses 256 military-grade encryption and security. Gotbackup uses the same thing. Right now, Gotbackup is seated on a 10,000 square feet data center in the United States. The home, somebody was asking, where is it on Google Drive? Well, we've posted it in the group page. You can see where exactly it is in heads in Google Drive. But in case of tsunami, earthquake, there are multiple data centers that Gotbackup is climbing on. Okay, in India, in London, in other places. Okay. So your data is highly secure. Data is also backed up on a third-party data center. So your entire data is copied multiple times. So your data is secured. It doesn't matter where you are. The company is even allowed to store credit card into the system, just like Amazon or eBay would do. But there are more benefits. Suppose you got your members in Gotbackup, your clients, your customers. Okay, you've got all of these people. Doesn't matter the number. Let's say you have about 1 million free enrollees in your Gotbackup, whether they are clients, your customers, your staff, and you want to send one bulk email to all of them. You can do that. You can send a bulk email to all of these people at one go. You can send a message and each one of them is going to receive the message. It doesn't matter whether there are 1 million people. They will all get the same message, but they will see the message as if you directed it to them. For example, instead of saying, hello, Boateng, and all of them are going to receive that. So normally what email system will do is that, If you don't want people to recognize, you just say hello, because you don't want to mention a name. Now, that is not personal enough. With Gotbackup, you can say hello and put a percentage subscribers first name. It's an algorithm. It's an artificial intelligence system algorithm. And once you put that there, it will automatically pick the first name of everybody. So each person will receive it as hello, Joanna, hello, Kofi, hello, Bismarck, hello, Johnny. And each one will feel you directed the message to him. Meanwhile, you send that message to 10 million people at the same time. It's beautiful. It's unique. You can even automate the email. You can say that I want this email to go to these people every Monday at 10 o'clock, and it will do that every Monday at 10 o'clock for over 20 years if you want to do that. You can say that I want this other message to go to the people every December 24th, and it will go to these people every December 24th. It's significant. It's beautiful. And there are other benefits as well. But the more is that Gotbackup is the only cloud space in the world that will allow you to get paid. Ladies and gentlemen, Netflix does not pay you. Google Drive does not pay you. iCloud doesn't pay you. DSTV doesn't pay you. Amazon Prime doesn't pay you. And yeah, Gotbackup pays you for using the service. Why does it do that? It's a powerful system of education. It's an educational system where a person is able to take the market because he is allowing the people using the service to get paid. So that is what Gotbackup does. Let me give you an idea of this. Part of the reason why some of us have become part of this project is because I am actually someone who understands the principle of not depending on your salary alone. And I think if you have been around for a while in the world, you will see that the people who make the world move, they make the world move because they don't rely on just a salary. If you work more than your boss, are you sure you're going to earn more than your boss? It doesn't happen in the corporate world. So majority of people are recognizing that they need backup. You see, you need a backup because bad times can happen. COVID-19 has shown that you can't rely on a single project, even a single business or a single job for the rest of your life. It's not a healthy environment to be in. So have something. And we are already using the cloud department well. We are already using Google Drive. We are already using Dropbox. We are already using iCloud. Just that Gotbackup is switching us to come and use the Gotbackup. And then we can choose to get paid. Please know that what I'm about to share here is not for everyone. If you don't want to be part of the project and be paid, you don't have to do the project. Just get your Gotbackup, and that's it. You are used to it. So how does this work? Well, the first thing to do is to get your service. Your service is how much? $99.97 every year, not every month. 99. So get your service. Install, download and install it on your phone. Install it on all the phones you have. Even if you have 100 devices, install it on it. And then allow it to automatically download everything. Now, the next thing to do is if you want to be earning, you don't have to lecture anybody. You don't have to sell to anybody. You don't have to explain it to anybody. This is what you have to do. Tell your friend, your family, your co-worker, your acquaintances, your enemies, anybody, neighbors. Tell the person you have good news for him or her. The person will ask you, what is the good news? Yours is to tell the person you have experts, technology expert, doctor, professor, who are going to explain what this whole good news or incredible message is about. Your job is done. We will take care of the rest. We will educate the person. See, ladies and gentlemen, what we are doing is that we are not forcing anybody to be part of the Gotbackup. It is already rising, and this is rising exponentially. What we are doing is just educating the world. Did you know that a lot of people don't even know that their phone is automatically backing up? Are you aware? So our work is to educate the world, help as many people to be part of this monumental, momentum that is happening. When the person is happy, the person will become part of the family, and you will get paid significantly. You will have the opportunity to earn as many as 7 different incomes every day and every month, depending on how you work. Now, some of the incomes, you will not earn that immediately, no. But some of the incomes, you'll be earning that immediately. Let's take the first income. And please, this income is quite huge, okay? But it's only a short-term income. It is fast, it is quick, it is easy. Now, how does it work? Once the person is happy to get the service, and remember the service is $99.97, the company pays you half of the amount. That is about $50 per person. $50 per person. I want you to pause. Imagine you choose to get one person. Now, yours is to connect the people to the family. We will educate them for you. And once the person decides to use the service, remember, he's already using the service. We're only helping the person to switch to come and use this, which is cheaper, and you still get more space. Once the person decides to install the service, the organization will pay you $50 per person per day. If you want to do that per day. If you don't want to do that per day, but you want to do that per week, then you're going to get that every week. But if you do that every day, you're going to get $50 every day. I like the everyday one. Imagine you are getting $50 every day. Ladies and gentlemen, $50 every day. Do you know the significance of that? That is approximately $1,005 every month. Convert that income to any currency you have in the world, and that is quite significant. This is just one of the 7 incomes that one can actually earn. This is just one, okay? One. There are other incomes you will earn depending on how you work. But this one alone is even enough. $50 a day, $1,005 a month. If you convert it to Naira, to shillings, to rand, to Canadian dollars, any other currency, is still good income. But it's just one of the 7 incomes. Now, the next income is known as cycle earnings. You can see that here, cycle earnings. Now, cycle earnings relies not only on the effort of you, but on the collective effort of everyone. Cycle earnings is paid to everyone that has created a cycle. A cycle is created when you have 6 people in your team. They don't have to be people you introduce into the Gotbackup family. No. It could even be people you don't know. It could even be people who you have never met before in your life. And yet they have been placed in your team. The company will pay you a cycle. A cycle. And a cycle is hovering between $1 and $12. It changes. So the more cycles you are creating, the more dollars you'll be getting every single month. This is a monthly income. In fact, you can earn as many as $1 million, okay, depending on how the organization is growing and how your part of the organization is also growing. Now, there is a third income, and this income is significant, and it is known as cycle match. Now, you can see this cycle match right here on your screen. Cycle match is paid only to people who are sapphires and above, as you can see. This is the column called cycle match. Cycle match. A sapphire makes a cycle match of 25%. So let me just give you an idea. Let's assume that you have only 10 people. You were the one who personally introduced them as part of the Gotbackup family. When they became part of the family, they have been working, and each one of these 10 persons is making $1,000. Each one is making $1,000. And you are a sapphire. You will get 25% of that income every month on each person. 25% of $1,000 is $250. If you multiply that by the 10 people, that is $2,500 every single month. Now, that is because you are a sapphire. But if you're a diamond, like I am, you'll be earning not 25%, but 100% of the $1,000. And 100% of $1,000 is $1,000. If you multiply that by that same 10 people, that is $10,000 every month. This is significant. Okay, this is significant. And of course, it grows. Gotbackup is not gone anywhere. It's just started. It just started under 1 year. The only thing is that it is flying at a significant rate. And so wisdom is knowing that obvious when it is a secret. Many people do get opportunity, they get advantages, but they don't take advantage of the advantages. The people who make the world move, they see the future, they create the future, and then they tabble with it. And they are the ones who do very well in such environments like that. Now, there are so many levels. And you see, what is interesting is that this is just $20 one time. Now, you can choose not to be part of the project and just get your service. The service is just $99.97. You just go for the service. You are not part of the income, and you just go and use the service. Use it for every year. Use it every year. That's it. However, if you want to be part of the project, one time, $20, you add it to the 99. So your first year is $120. Precisely $119.97. Subsequent year, you pay $99.97. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a year. This is not monthly. This is a year. Imagine somebody going to get an Uber. If the person should get an Uber and his work and pay, that person would take 4 years to pay back that Uber. 4 years before paying back. Now, with Gotbackup, when you pay this $99.97 for a whole year, you can get this money paid back to you within an hour when you get 2 people. Within a day, when you get 2 persons, 2 persons will give you $50. So you got your $100 back. It is easy way to generate some residual benefit. And again, we just began. In this month of August alone, the organization is giving some incredible benefits. All you want to do is to just become a copper and then rise up to become a gold, and you'll benefit. So there's another benefit I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. This is even more than the income. See, income itself is nothing unless value is created. But you can't create value unless you have developed your inner being. Gotbackup is one of the incredible organizations in the world that has multi-millionaires and business knowledge that you can have. The knowledge you can have here is coming from people who are mentors to several people across the world. You will develop yourself and go a journey into yourself and bring out your inner virtue to the marketplace. You will bubble over with value. For example, you can be a housewife, and you might think that as a housewife, you are not working. But did you know that as a housewife, you have a value that you can bring to the marketplace? You see, as a housewife, you have been someone who has endured. You have learned the principle of endurance, patience, love, care, doing multiple things at the same time. You are juggling between several things. You have the ability to show respect whilst at the same time showing discipline. All of this that you have become over the years, as a housewife, you should have documented that. You should have been written them down. You should have been so expert as a housewife to the extent that you would have written them down over the years. Let's say over the period of 4 years. By that 4 years, you have a whole document. And this document is what we call a book. You can come out with a book. Of course, you can do all this under the tutelage of a mentor, under the guidance of a mentor. And we have that here. This is all free, by the way. You will come out with a book. You see, the word author comes from the word authority. So when you write a book about a housewife, you have become an authority of that. And that book can generate another residual income for you. Let me just give you an idea of what I mean. Okay. Now, suppose you are driving down your capital street, and then you see these gentlemen who sell books, or you go to a bookshop, and then in front of the one particular book, it is written. You see a woman with 4 children around her. Some of them are on her shoulders. Okay? And the woman is smiling, taking care of these children. And one of them is crying. And then she's having the one on the laps. And then the title of the book is Housewife, the Best Job in the World. And at the bottom, it is written there, you can even have $1 million a year. My question to you is that, will you be tempted to probably buy that book? If you will be tempted, type 1. If you will not be tempted to buy that book, just write 2. I want to use this as a, will you be tempted to buy the book, or you will not be tempted to buy the book? If you see the book with that picture I've explained, and then the title of the book is Housewife, the Best Job in the World. And then at the bottom, you can even make $1 million with that. Will you be tempted to buy that book? If the book is just $3, type it up for me and let me see. Will you be tempted to buy the book, or you will not buy that book? Okay. Will you? Okay. I'm seeing so many of you writing 11111. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a secret. That housewife is a millionaire. If the book is $3, just $3, and about 1 million people should buy that book, that woman is a millionaire. But that income is not even the most important thing. You see, the most important thing is that over the years, whilst the woman was writing that book, and by the way, anybody can write a book for you, even if you can't write it. We train you on several things. Even if the woman, whilst the woman was preparing the book, she was also on a social media discussing that same ordeal of a housewife. She has created a social media presence. She is having a YouTube. And once a week, she comes in front of the camera and tells the world the pains and the agonies and the joys and the fun of being a housewife. So she's already creating a social media presence, and YouTube will start monetizing that person. By the time you realize United Nations Women something in Bangladesh, in India, in Malawi or South Africa is inviting the woman to speak on the woman emancipation or woman grandeur on other things. Are you getting my point? My point is that value is anything that is useful to the user. There are some people even having channels spreading negativity and still generating incredible income. And you are an engineer, you are an accountant, you are a lawyer, you are, a relationship expert, you are a hairdresser, you are a teacher, you are so many things, and yet you are not monetizing and submitting your value to the marketplace. This beautiful personal development arena is where a lot of people are lacking, and believe it or not, many people are benefiting from the Gotbackup community. It's huge. You will learn the principles of how to create value, how to create wealth, with things that you never thought for once that you can create. The community of Gotbackup is incredible. You will build yourself because it's a personal development with a compensation plan attached to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a service everybody needs. We have a project anyone, anywhere in the world can afford. Don't you think that it's about time you take action on some things that you always thought that it is not real? The word fear is an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. So many people are broke and broken. They are always complaining and blaming the economy and the government. Because when advantages come in their life, they are afraid because they think of all the reasons why the thing will not work. Instead of thinking for all the reasons why the thing will work. I'm about to show you something that will blow your mind right now on your screen. You see, many people are afraid because the word false evidence appearing real is already inside of them. For example, where you are right now, seated right now, if a lion should come in there, what are you likely to do? You'll run away, won't you? But if you have a 6-month-old child, will that child run away? Will that child really run away? Not because it's a child. The child will not run away. Will the lion kill the child if it doesn't run away? Well, multiple studies have been done that proves that the lion will not kill the child. In fact, even adults have made themselves like babies, and the lion never killed them. Why? Because a lion acts also on the basis of your fear. Once you act because that you are afraid, the lion sees you as an enemy combatant, and it will act to destroy its enemy than its friend. Fear can paralyze you. Fear, it can weaken you. The cave that you fear is the one that holds the treasure that you desire. Many people have been living in the world of fear that they don't even think that there's something great out there for them. They don't even think they have an impact. Ladies and gentlemen, you were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. You have a unique finger point. You just have to believe that you too have something to offer the world. Not that the world always have something to offer to you. You are special. You are wonderful. And you got to take action, because the word poor is not about money. The word poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. There are some people that keep on passing because to them, everything in the world is a scam. Well, the educational system is a scam. The political system is a scam. The school system is a scam. So many systems are a scam. We've already embraced our life around scams that we don't even see what is a scam. You got to take chances, because the chances you take, the people you meet, the faith you have, that is what is going to define you. It is time. Type it there. It is time for you to make a decision of your life and to make a magnificent impact of your life. It is time. It is time for you to tell yourself, I've had enough of my life. Always going to work and working for someone, knowing very well if I should die today, that company will do nothing for my family. It is time. It is time for you to tell yourself, I'm going to do whatever I can, no matter what happens. I don't care. Because the thing is that whether you do this or you don't do this, many will do this. Are you aware of that? You know, many people have this thing. They have the mobile phone. Many people have the laptop. So they will do it. As long as you are using this device, as long as people are, do you know how many people are using this device? Do you know how many of this device exists? Next year to be 18 billion. As long as people are using the device, Gotbackup will run. The day that Facebook will be dead is the day that there will be no mobile phone, no iPad, and no laptop. That is also the same day Gotbackup will be gone. So this industry is a very sustainable industry because it depends on important gadgets that people cannot do away with. Are there risks? Obviously, there are risks. The risk number one is that if your goal is that you will come here and then get the service and go to sleep, you have failed. You will get nothing. If you do nothing, you will get nothing. This is not an investment. This is not an investment. It is a project, and you have to act on it. You have to put your hand on it and work at it. You got to make the calls and tell your friends that you got good news for them. It is up to you to do that. Once you bring them to us, we will elevate their mental gymnastics for you. So if you do more, you will have more. If you do little, you will have little. If you do nothing, you will have nothing. I did not promise you sunshines and rainbows, but I promise you also that there will be glories. Pregnancy is hard, isn't it? Some people don't like to take risks, but life is already written. On the day of delivery, the child can die, the woman can die, and yet women continue to give birth by heart. COVID-19 hit everybody. So many people were hard hit, and yet you are alive, you are clean, you are moving strong. You got to take chances. You got to take chances, because the chances you take, the people you meet, the faith that you have, that is what is going to define you. Ladies and gentlemen, life is full of uncertainties. You just can't tell tomorrow. One night at 10 p.m., Ukraine was bombed. I have a friend in Poland. His brother was in Ukraine. He has a hotel, and that hotel was gone in just one night. Have a backup. Have a backup. Illness can hit you. There are some people, when someone is dying in their family, they even want to die themselves. The moment they hear that we need about $10,000 to do an emergency surgery, else mommy is going to die, that alone will give them headache and migraine. Have a backup. You just don't know what will happen tomorrow. Do not insult a lion when your hand is in the mouth of the lion. Self-employment is a game now. Yes, continue to do the work. We are all doing that. But have a backup, because jobs can be very stressful. On a Monday morning, the heart attack rate, rises by 35%. People are going to jobs they don't like. But when you control your own factors of production, you will do well. So let me ask you the question. Do you think now is the best time for you to back up your data? or you think it's 2035? Do you think now is a time to get some extra income in addition to what you are already having? Or you think that 2034 is the best time? The word decide ends with the word side, like suicide, homicide, genocide, insecticides, pesticides. These words carry the idea of death and danger, death and danger. You're about to make a decision. Making that decision is a decision. Not making that decision is also a decision. Life is full of ups and downs. Whether you do this or you don't do this, Gotbackup will grow and you will come to hear of it again. Someone is going to tell you about this again and again and again and again. It is time for you to make a significant impact in your life, taking this advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to now show you something on how this whole Gotbackup is. And I'm also going to show you some evidences about all that I've been talking about. So on your screen here, okay, I want to first of all show you, this is my Gotbackup. I'm going to zoom in for you to see that this is my Gotbackup. Everyone who becomes a member of Gotbackup, you have a username. This is my username. My username is Dr. KOA, okay? And then you can upload your picture. This is a global leaderboard of Gotbackup. Majority of the people, this is the top 500 people. You can see them as I scroll through them. These are the top 500 people in the world. It doesn't matter which country you belong to, you can do well. Check carefully, you will see that most of the people in the list are Americans. Most of them are Americans. America is said to be the land of the dream, ladies and gentlemen, and yet they are taking this a whole seriously. Now look at the top 10 people. The top 10 people in Gotbackup, most of them are Americans. Look at that. Okay. Majority of the people in the top 10 are Americans. These people are already businessmen and women. Some of them are millionaires already. So why are they taking this seriously? It is called wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to know what is obvious, even when that obvious is a secret to others. That's why. But you can see that it doesn't matter whether you are in America or not, you can be part of the top 10. For example, you can see that I'm part of the top 10 hanging around here on number 3. It doesn't matter which country you belong to. I happen to also be one of the board of directors of this company. In other words, anybody who works for it will get there. I told you, if you do more, you get more. If you do little, you get little. If you do nothing, you get nothing. We got some other people from Africa here. We have people in US, Canada, Australia, UK, France, Germany, people of all places. People are there who are part of the Gotbackup. But there's more. The company I told you is doing a campaign this August 2024 alone. This campaign is a very interesting campaign. It is giving beautiful dollars, incredible dollars, to be honest with you, to the top 10 all over the world. Now, once again, look at that. Most of the people in the top 10 are doing well. They are from different countries. However, you can see that there are quite a number of them who are from Africa, particularly in Ghana. Okay? In fact, the one leading, Solomon Efa, is an African who is proving to the world that he is standing on his acre of diamonds. Oh, goodness me. Until what you know becomes what you do, you don't know anything. The evidence of knowledge is result. The evidence of knowledge is result. Anybody, anywhere in the world can make a significant impact in your life and in the life of several people. There are several people across the world who are part of the Gotbackup campaign. Be part of the momentum, ladies and gentlemen. It could be a significant one. Now, let me show you how do you get the app. Once you become a member, you will have your own username and a password. You have to log in. When you log in, it will bring you here to digital tools on the left. Once you click on digital tools, you choose Gotbackup. Once you choose Gotbackup, you click on use this tool. Once you click on use this tool, it will bring you to this page and you will log in here. So I'm logging in to my Gotbackup system. Please follow me here because what you're about to see here is important and is significant. This is the organization of Gotbackup that we are discussing. I hope my internet is really working well. because I want to show you something that could be mind-blowing. Okay, something that could be mind-blowing. Okay. So whilst that is loading, okay, good. So now this is my back office. Okay, I have so far downloaded 15 or 16 gigabytes of information. Okay, I have several Gotbackup, so I'm downloading them on multiple, devices and multiple platforms. So when you get here, this is what you are going to see. If you are logging in for the first time to backup, you first have to download it here. Look down here. You can download the desktop version here and choose Apple device or Windows device on your desktop. Or you can download the mobile version here and go to the Apple Store or Google Play, and you can download it there. Just type the name Gotbackup. The symbol is blue color, blue. You can see it in the word Gotbackup. The O has got that kind of white thing in between them. Once you have downloaded, you have to install it. Once you install it, watch this, this is interesting. Once you install it, now you have to upload your files in there. You have to upload your files. And that is what I'm going to just nicely show you. So to do that, you have to go to auto login. So this is under the assumption that you've downloaded already. So you go to auto login. So this is my auto login. Everything that you would have downloaded will be here. Everything that you would have downloaded, they will all be hanging on here. So things would have been downloaded, every one of them will be here and will be moving up there. So yours is to ensure that you've downloaded all the things that you are supposed to download, and you will get most of them. You can have videos here, you can have other files here, whatever you want to have, you will see all of these things right here. These things are things that have been downloaded already. Okay? But you have to go, we have separate videos that will show you exactly how to do most of these things. August Rush, I've already spoken about it. Okay. Now, if you want to be able to rise faster in Gotbackup, there are two things you want to do. Number one, you want to always be on the group page and read all the information we have. For example, we have a group page called Telegram on this bottom left here. Once you click here, you can join the Telegram group and you can join the Facebook group. Okay, once you go there, there's so much information. In fact, even here, there's so much information. For example, frequently asked questions. You can always use frequently asked questions to reach several things that you want to be able to get to. You can have access to your VIP if you're a member of the VIP. You can read your income, okay, all the income. You can see the number of people in your system. Let me show you something interesting here. Anybody that joins your team, once the person uploads their pictures, you will see them here. And you can now use those uploaded pictures to welcome all of them. Once you click, say, welcome here. So suppose I want to welcome somebody. Once you click welcome for the person, you can just take the picture of the person. So you can choose any of these templates with the person's picture in there already. Choose any of the templates, and then you can now choose any of these and welcome the person nicely. Okay? And then you can use that to welcome the person. You can also see your organization, how your organization is working. Okay. For example, right now, as I told you, I'm a diamond. Okay. And you can see that as a diamond in my organization. This I went to under new comp plan. Oh, and by the way, those of you who have registered, remember that at the top, you will always see your next billing date. Please go and check so that you are aware of the date that you'll be billed again. This is a yearly bill, okay? A yearly. So you have to know when. You will always see it at the top. Don't ignore it before you are deducted and you are not surprised, okay? Okay. So you can see all your system. I have 99 people who are active, okay? And then I have some significant number of people also around here at each point in time. So you have a system that allows you and helps you track your progress anytime. You can check all your incomes here. And this can reward you significantly, ladies and gentlemen. Gotbackup is a self-development program with a pay plan attached to it. Now, at this stage, I'm going to see whether some of you will have questions in there, and then it will help me to be able to know whether I have to do a couple of recordings there. Okay. So, May Honey said there's a lot of income online. Okay. Please, if you want to see the pay slip, you can private message me. I don't have to show you my pay slip here. It will be boastful for somebody to show that. Okay. But you can be rest assured, if you backstage me, I can even show you some of my pay slip. Just hopefully it doesn't collapse you, right? Okay, so someone says, Gotbackup is there forever. It is. Okay. Someone says, I would like to get a recording. Speak to the person who invited you, and you will get the recording right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an opportunity. You are not forced to be part of this, but I tell you this, you will get to this again. This will come back at you again and again and again. People will start bringing this to your attention again and again. It's best you are part of this already. Because if you are not, and you are still using a mobile phone, believe it or not, the world will come at you. The world will come to you. People will come to you and tell you why. You will look back one day and tell yourself, I should have just been part of this thing already. I shouldn't have delayed. I should honestly have been part of this momentum. And you will notice that you could be part of this incredible momentum. Right now, this month, some people are doing very well. As you can see, these are the top 10 people in the world who are making significant income. Jeffrey Aman, he is making some very good income. Robert Polo, Solomon Ifa, again, one of the guys in our team, Mr. and Mrs. Godfred and Mrs. Ifa, all of these guys are making inroads this particular month. Myself, I'm here this month. Evan Croxon is there. Marina is there. Paul is there. Apedaga is there. Vandy is there. All of these people, and these are the all-time income earners. Cassandra Akins, Christian Gingras, Richard, Bragg, Tommy, Noel, Curtis, Richard, Bruce, Robert again. All of these are doing incredible moves. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a momentous momentum. It is time for you. Do not look at this and hump, because the thing is that without you, we are flying on some intercontinental Kosovoic atomic missiles. There will be tornadoes in your life. There will be hurricanes in your life. There will be typhoons in your life. But it doesn't mean that you should fall down. It means that you should get up. Storms make the oak tree grow stronger. Do not look at your past to redefine your present. Remember to always be positive and looking ahead, because the thing is this is going to grow. It is at its infancy stage. And already we are in 140 countries. That should tell you something. That should make you think. 1 year, just around a little over a year, and we are talking about 140 countries. What do you think is going to happen after a while? Okay, Loretta says, are the process same for individuals and companies? Yes, the process is the same for individuals and for companies. If a company or an individual needs more terabytes, you can get more terabytes, okay? You can get more terabytes. You can get a 59 terabytes. You can get 100 terabytes. You can get 200 terabytes, okay? All of these that I have mentioned, the price is less than $400 a month, okay? Just speak to the person who has invited. I can't give you all of the prices here. You have a site where you can go to and you can have access to all of this. But you can go for bigger terabyte. If the 6 terabytes is tiny for you, you can always get bigger terabyte. Okay. Steven says that my question is, how would I transfer my document from my Gmail to Gotbackup app? Okay, let me answer that. How would you transfer your document from the Gmail to the Gotbackup? This is how you do it. First, go to your Gmail and see if I could do this. Let me see what I can do this without showing most of my things in my Gmail. If you go to your Gmail, and then you want to see the size of your Gmail. Okay. You go to your Gmail and you want to see the size of your Gmail account. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, good. So I want to show you something. Okay. It will help you in answering your question. So if you go to Gmail and you click here at the top, okay, you see the size, choose manage Google account. This is mine. Manage Google account. You will get to this side. I'm using my Gmail. This is my Gmail. Okay. I have an account storage of 100 gigabytes. Okay. And you have pictures and videos and other things in your Gmail. You want to handle the storage. So I click here. Okay. And now this is my storage. I have in my Gmail 4.4 gigabytes. That's what I have. Now, I want to see the items there. You can see the items that are right in here. So how do you do that? Watch this. Watch this very carefully. You click here, and then your Gmail will open. Okay. So this is the Gmail. But let me go back here. You will have the opportunity. Where is that? Sometimes they'll tell you get more space. Okay. Other time you see free app account storage. This is the point. Free app account storage. Okay. Click here, and now you can clean up. But before you clean up, this is what you want to do. See, most of the things are on your Google Drive. Okay, so you can go to your Google Drive. Okay, so these are the things I have on my Google Drive. And then what you can do is that you can click on each one of these and then save them onto your computer. And if you are saving them, you can even save them into the folder of your Gotbackup. Okay, you can directly save them into the folder. After that, delete all of them. I'm talking about pictures, videos, audios, documents. I'm not talking about actual email, but attachments. Attachment. You can just save the attachment onto your phone. Okay, so after you've saved them onto your phone, okay, you can click here, and then you can choose here. 1 second, and then you can move them into your any other space that you want to move them into. And then after that, you click each one of these, and then you can delete them because you have already moved them into your computer, which you will later back up. And by the way, the moment you move them into your computer, you can straight away back them up. That is how you do it. Okay? And that is how you are able to. In fact, let me go back to the question and be sure that I've addressed that question. You say that, how do I transfer my document from my Gmail? Yes, that's it. So move them into your folder. See, you can create a folder on your computer called Gotbackup. That's it. I have created a folder. I have created a folder. You can create a folder. I want to see if I can show you my folder. I have created a folder. I've created a folder. Let me show you here. So this is my screen. Hopefully you can see. And then on the far left here, I've created a folder called Gotbackup. Gotbackup. It's a folder. It's a folder. It's a folder. I've used an icon to create it. Once I click on this folder, everything in there is already in the cloud. So once you create a folder here, you can move your pictures into this folder. You can move your everything into this folder. And then that Gmail document, you can move it and save it into this folder. Once you do that, everything is going to what? Everything is going to actually move. Once you come here, you can select this entire folder, or you can do it one by one. And then Gotbackup will back them up automatically whilst you are sleeping. Please do this when you are going to bed, because for the first time, it will take some time. After that, subsequent ones, it will freely. So everything you are seeing here is in my Gotbackup folder. And it is being synchronized, it's been automatically backed up every single time. Okay. So I hope I've been able to answer your question. If you think I've not answered a question, please let me know. Okay. So someone says, can the backup be automatically done? Yes, everything is automatic. There is no need. Okay. No, well, the backup will automatically be done, provided you direct attention. You direct attention that I want you to back up everything. So once you say, I want you to back up this folder, you forget it. The rest will be automatic. But you have to indicate the folder that you want to back up. Okay, and then it will do that. We will do a separate training on this, but just be rest assured, everything is automatic. It's possible. All files will be backed up automatically. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me see whether there are some other questions here. I think everybody is sorted. We are done, ladies and gentlemen. This is an opportunity for a lifetime. People that are hungry, they live a life of zero excuses. People that are hungry are unstoppable. People that are hungry are relentless. People that are hungry, they take action. They don't just look at action, they take action. One day, when you do this, your children and your children's children will thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to all of you